Two Agile types based on incremental delivery. Agile, as we know, is both iterative and incremental. However, there are two possible ways to deliver incrementally in Agile projects. One is iteration-based Agile, another is flow-based Agile. In iteration-based Agile, iterations are prescribed. Each iteration is time-boxed to the same size. Each time box results in working a set of tested features. The team pulls the items from a backlog of features, decides the features that can be delivered at the end of an iteration, and provides an increment at the end of the iteration. An example of iteration-based Agile is Scrum or Scrum framework. So this is depicted in the below diagram. We have multiple iterations, and every iteration is time boxed, maybe 2 weeks or 4 weeks of iteration. And every time box is of similar size. As you can see, the boxes are of similar size. And we are repeating the iteration as many times as we need. In every iteration, we are doing all aspects of our work: analysis, design, development, testing, deployment. And at the end of every iteration, we are giving an increment. Iteration 1, there will be an increment. Iteration 2, there will be an increment, and so on. Another Agile type based on incremental delivery is flow-based Agile. Here, the iteration is not prescribed. Rather, the emphasis is on flow while having incremental delivery. It means the time to complete a feature is not same for each feature. Some feature might take 2 weeks, some feature might take 5 weeks or 6 weeks. It can vary. The team pulls the item from a backlog of features based on the capacity of the team and not based on the iteration timeline. So iteration timeline, the team decides in iteration based Agile, this is the 2 weeks of timeline and we can deliver this many features in this 2 weeks. Here in flow based Agile, it is based on the capacity of the team. If the team is available, then they can deliver the feature. When the feature is complete, it can be delivered. The number of features that can be taken up is based on the work in progress limit, or in short, the WIP limit or WIP limit. That is, more can be pulled in if the work in progress limit is high or there is more capacity. As there is no iteration to deliver a feature or a set of features, the team and the business stakeholders decide on the timing of planning, product reviews, and retrospectives. In iteration-based Agile, in every iteration, you will have planning, product reviews, iteration retrospectives. Here, the decision to have planning or reviews or retrospective will be done by the team and the business stakeholders. An example of flow-based Agile is Kanban, and this is shown, the flow-based Agile is shown in the diagram below. Here we have delivery of features are happening as and when it is possible to do. So the boxes that you are seeing, there is no limit with respect to time box and the size is varying. And there is a work in progress limit on top of every box, which is showing you the team's capacity to take on the work items. As we proceed, I will be constantly speaking on these two types of Agile, iteration and flow-based Agile. Practices and events will be different when you compare these two, iteration and flow-based Agile. As I said, one example of iteration-based Agile is Scrum, whereas the example of flow-based Agile is Kanban.